Totally hit the cat. What's up?
Merry Christmas, Charlie.
Merry fucking Christmas.
And to everyone else, too. Merry...
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Hold up.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Kwanzaa.
It just passed. Wait, yeah, that was Friday.
Kwanzaa's not yet, is it?
No, Kwanzaa...
Todavía no.
You know, I'm blanked out here with Kwanzaa.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. There you go. How about that?
But mostly Merry Christmas, because that's what we celebrate.
But why is everything on December?
Why?
Like, how did all this religion just said, you know what, December's the...
I don't think it's just religion.
Is it because we just have to wait till the earth rolls around the earth one time to
the earth rolls around the earth?
It's rolling. It's going around the earth. And once it hits its full circle,
around the sun.
Around the sun. Whatever.
You said earth again.
Oh, I said earth. Around the sun.
No, I think... Yeah. Is this one?
Yeah, that's seriously.
It seems kind of loud. Okay. So, it's not... No, it seems kind of low. Okay. Dude, but it's not just that. I feel like it's just like everybody's like, the year's about to end. Let's just get together and waste as much money as possible.
So they were like, let's just cram it all in one holiday?
Not
in 1 month?
Let's just... I don't know. December's just December, and it's got Christmas, it's got Kwanzaa, it's got Hanukkah. Then it's got New Year. Then some people got birthdays.
Well, New Year is the reason because it's another year, you know? So
it's
But why cram it right before New Year's? Like, why?
Well, apparently. No, I don't actually think that's true, but I think like when you're growing up, don't they always teach us that Jesus was born on the 25th?
Supposedly now they're saying that Jesus wasn't born in December or something like that. But like
in June, Christmas in June.
You know, I don't understand. Everything just had to be all in 1 month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I just realized something.
What?
This isn't here. And it should be here.
Oh.
Now we're on.
Okay, well, hey guys. So we have 2 cameras. Just this one and you guys. So we're trying it out, seeing if just one camera is just enough.
Or 2.
Oh, yeah, 2, but like we don't need 3.
And we had 3 last time.
Yeah, so
we're going to see what we like.
We're going to see. I don't know. And
then we're going to keep it that way.
Exactly.
Anyway, back to Christmas. Holidays.
Religion. Okay, first, before I start on the religion topic, we just got to know what's your take on anything.
Well, first, I think we need to give a disclaimer.
Okay, disclaimers.
We are not trying to convince anyone of anything else.
Yeah.
Disclaimer. We are
Spoilers.
We are not trying to bash on any religion.
No. This is actually, I learned this in college. So
but we hate them all.
If anything,
just kidding.
If anything I say, just blame my art history teacher for everything.
Wow. Throw that dude right under the bus.
Right under, because he's the one that taught me and blew my mind. And I'm just going to repeat what he just said, kind of like a funnel from the past to the future.
Before we do get into it, though, we should say that we do celebrate Christmas.
Oh, 100%.
And we are both not practicing, but we were both brought into the Catholic religion.
Oh, let me get into that, too. Most people are just born into religion without even knowing what it is.
Well, that's the point. Well, not the point, but yeah.
Is it the point?
No, it's not the point. You're right. It's not the point.
Yeah.
But, like, yes, it's true. Like, a lot of people here in America are Christian.
Yeah.
But if those people would have been born in, let's say, Israel, they would have been Jewish. If they were born, let's say, in the Middle East, they might have been Muslim. They might have been something else. It all depends on where you live. So how can anyone say that their religion is the true religion?
Now, in my whole opinion, right?
In the whole opinion that you have.
In the whole opinion, I just feel like people back in the day, they didn't really have nothing to do. You know, well, they obviously had things to do, like, you know, provide and survive.
I feel like they had more to do.
But like I feel like they question more of their existence back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
You're more alone when you're like in the past. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like there's less humans back in the day than there is today.
Oh, what did you say? There's less humans back then?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
You get me?
Yeah. And a lot of them were alone. if you think about it.
Yeah, they were like in a farm in the middle of nowhere.
Or some people lived in the desert in small tribes.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
And then just one fellow just coming through his village saying, hey, I got a story to tell you.
And they're like, oh, man, this is going to be good. Is
this true? You know, I was kind of wondering why I'm on this this earth. And it's like, yo, buddy.
Well, they probably didn't even know it was Earth back then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, let me tell you about Jews. Oh, God, that's great.
Well, I don't think that's how he said it. Let me tell you about Jews.
Like,
plus, let's not say Jews.
Jewish.
The Jewish community.
Yeah. Because, you know, I'm not Jewish. I don't know anything. Menorah. Those little candle things. That's all I know.
What's
dreidel?
The dreidel.
Dreidel.
I had forgotten.
Yeah, right? I'm saying, like, I don't know.
What's the little thing called? The hat?
Yarmulke. I don't know I don't know if I'm saying it right.
I mean, I'm sure we could just say yarmulke.
Yarmulke.
Let's just say it that way.
Why can't we say non-gringo? Is it gringo if I say something wrong in Judaism?
Judaism? How do you say
You know,
I'm not sure.
Is it like a whole language? Because you have to read the book.
It's I think it's Arabic as well.
It's Arabic, yeah. Right? Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's Arabic, right?
Okay. The second disclaimer: we obviously don't know anything about the Jewish community or the Jewish religion.
Actually, how was Kwanzaa created?
Well, Kwanzaa is African.
But they also use the candles just like the Jude.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. How much you want to bet? They had 3 green and then 3 red. I had to do a design for it.
Oh, I think you're right. But I think it's treated differently.
But why do they have candles?
Maybe we should just talk about the religions we know.
That's true. But I'm just saying that where I'm going to get to a certain point of this huge topic, is how people copy other ideas.
Like Puerto Ricans and Cubans.
Enlighten me before we begin about the Cubans and Puerto Ricans.
The flag. It's the Cuban flag, and the Puerto Ricans flipped it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then you got Colombia, Ecuador, and Venezuela, too.
Oh, yeah. Why are they? Oh, okay, so.
Ecuador just put an eagle on it, and they're like, eh. And then Venezuelans put some stars on it, and they're like, eh. And then Colombia's like, we just need the stripes.
Who was first?
I believe it was Colombia.
Because they don't have anything.
Yeah, because I believe, I don't know, but I think that Venezuela and Ecuador was part of Colombia at some point. A lot of that.
I knew Colombia owned Panama at one time.
It owned a lot. I mean,
why did they give it all away?
I don't think it's that simple. This is about religion.
Okay, let's go to religion. Before we begin, what's your take on religion? Let's get into our reasons before we begin.
If I should say.
No, just
okay.
talk about
I am not religious.
Okay.
I don't hate religious people. I do think some of them need to practice their religion privately and not push it onto other people. And I mean, there are good Christians or Catholics or any religion who do practice it privately and don't push it on people. But then there are the ones who do. And I feel like that right there.
Now, you say that to people, but I know we should be saying it to their family, because they will push it on their family, even though like their kids wouldn't want to be in it, but they would push them.
Oh, well, but
that's where I'm getting at. Like, no matter where you go, there's some people in your family that's going to try to get you in it. So,
I mean, but then that goes all the way to the beginning, which is where, like, I mean, even us, we were raised Catholic, and it was because we were children and we didn't really know. Our parents just wanted to put us in some sort of religion. In my case, I don't know what your case was. Like, my family's never been, on my dad's side, we're not religious at all. Like, I mean, they're Catholic.
Well, your family's also into the Mormon.
No, not Mormon. Jehovah's Witness.
Witness.
But that's just one side of the family on my mom's side, because my mom herself, and like, even I believe like another brother, they're not.
Is the Jehovah's the ones that knock on your door and be like, "What up?" Or is that the Mormons?
Or they're both do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So see, they copy each other.
Yeah. But the thing is that it's not. I don't know, that part of the family. I mean, they're close to us, but even they don't push it.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
Okay.
Because that's the one thing. If you start screaming at me with stuff like that, I'm going to scream at you. But the point is, they don't really push it. They respect people's decisions and what they believe and stuff. And I think that's really good, even though a lot of people in those religions can be kind of
forceful.
I guess I didn't want to use that word, but sure, they are forceful. They'll really push on you. But
it's like, hey, I saw you're with Timmy, and no,
not like that one.
And in the religion, you're gonna have to wait before you get married. I'm just saying, like, you're gonna go to hell.
But that's different. But that's actually, if anything, it's true that I think Christians believe that too. But I think that's more Catholic, where it's like, well, don't have sex until you're married. But I feel like it's also
Christianity too.
No, they do, because it is a sin.
Yeah.
But I feel like. But
this is what
at least wear a condom.
This is what I also don't understand. Like, the sin thing is like, you sinned, but you can ask for forgiveness, but you sinned.
Well, that has always been my issue with Catholicism.
Like, when am I going here?
That's been the issue, because it's like, I mean, not everyone, because there are good Catholics. Yeah. But there are Catholics who do bad things. Oh yeah. And then it'll be fine, because they're gonna be forgiven in a couple days when they go and do a confession.
And then they're like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go on Sunday and.
Or that may not be their mentality. They might not be like, oh, I'll be okay even if I do this bad thing because I'm gonna confess.
It's like, I just can't stop.
But the availability of that thing.
To me, I feel like that's where. Not saying it is, but I'm just saying it could be the growth of a serial killer. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I killed a couple of people. Don't worry, I'm going to Sunday to forgive myself.
I'm not. At least me, I'm not gonna like put things like that. Like, it's not because they're Catholic that they could be a serial killer.
I know.
They probably were always gonna be a serial killer.
It's like, I just can't stop shooting people. It's just in my blood. But I pray every day. And I just hope I just don't do it. Sometimes I just grab the gun and I shoot somebody. But then on Sunday, I just say Hail Marys. And
here's a good one. What's the point of praying?
So I have no idea. Enlighten me.
Because if God has a plan, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Yeah. So why pray for something else if what's going to happen is going to happen?
I feel like they're praying to make it a little easier on them.
So pray for God to change the plan?
That don't make no sense. Not even to change the plan, but I feel like it's more of a get me a little bit drunk here before I get into that or something. Like, I think so. It's they're like praying to ease into whatever's going on. Because I remember, obviously, I had to go to church and I had to hear things from these pastors, and I'll get into that. But one of them is they were saying, "Oh, don't pray for patience because he's just gonna give you more things that are gonna make you like." Wait and make you learn patience.
That's the other thing.
Then you know what I mean? And it's like, wait a minute, I'm praying to not get patience.
Yeah. No, but that's the other problem. Then there's people who have their own opinions on what God can do.
To me, it almost feels like a fortune teller. Like, because like you ask for these things, like, and it's like, obviously that's gonna happen. We're gonna be in a point of the patience example. Mm-hmm. We're gonna be in a point of time that we're gonna have to be patient. You know what I mean? So they always like, oh, if you do pray for patience, you're going to have to learn patience more. And then, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but that's, and it's like, is that the answer? Is that the answer here?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I think that not everyone prays for something like that. Because there are people who pray for.
I'm just using an example here.
I don't know. I just feel like praying, honestly, what I originally said was a joke. But praying is, if it helps you, definitely use it. Definitely.
I'm not saying that's not for everybody, but like definitely it's for people that need it. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, we're literally having a Christmas party here.
That's why the festive colors.
You see the festivities. So we're actually gonna cut this episode a little shorter today by 30 minutes. What do we got?
Where are we at? Let me see. We need another 15.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that we could like totally get to the Bible part. To the Bible.
To the Biblia.
So what I've learned from my professor, Mr. Fraser, go follow him at MDC and hunt that motherfucker down.
You're really throwing people under the bus here.
I don't know, because if anything's wrong with what I say, he will get the back burner. He's the professor.
Exactly. You're literally
you sign up for being a professor. You got to get some hate here. You can't always be like,
Oh, that's true. No, he's got his opinion. And he's allowed to say it. And that's the point.
Exactly.
That's the point. If someone doesn't want to believe in a certain religion, then it should be fine.
Okay, so let's get to the Bible.
La Biblia.
So, who do you think invented the Bible? Or who, just out of your mental mind?
Out of my mental mind?
Yeah.
So first, I guess we're taught that someone else wrote it, but whoever wrote it took it from the stories of the people whose names are in the Bible.
Do you believe in, I know you don't believe it, but do you know Moses?
The story of Moses, yes.
Yes, okay.
I hate that story.
So supposedly he wrote the Bible.
What? No, he wrote the commandments. He didn't write the commandments.
Well,
God did and gave it to him.
I Googled before the show, and supposedly Moses wrote the Bible. I wrote who wrote the first Bible, and it says Moses because that's Jewish religion.
Here's the problem with Googling it. You're going to get a lot of people's opinions.
No, it was Google that told me Moses.
Okay, but I'm going to tell you right now, the things that we've always been taught was that Moses only spoke to God and got the 10 Amendments.
You got to remember Jesus was Jewish.
I mean, not the 10 Commandment, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Cuck, whatever.
Cuck.
Who cares?
You cuck?
Don't listen to them.
Do you know how to cuck?
Cuck or cook?
Cuck. I know how to cuck.
But yeah, I mean, Moses, as far as I know, Moses did not write the Bible, but whatever. Okay, so you read that. Okay.
Yeah, I this is all Google. I'm gonna hunt you down too.
Okay.
Okay, so supposedly Moses was one of the first to write something about all those stories of him spreading the waters.
Right. Well, now it just sounds like he wrote it to make himself look like a badass.
He is so badass. Like, I can't even understand it.
He made a whole river red.
Yeah, and then the plague.
Well, he didn't do that.
The burning bush.
God did that.
Yeah, okay, God did the plague. And
the burning bush was God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which some people think that was weed. Actually, I was on Facebook.
But wait, weed cannot make you that high to think you're talking to God.
I'm talking to God right now, dog. Actually, I was looking on Facebook and they found a mummy with traces of cocaine. I'm talking about Egyptian mummy.
Isn't
I know.
That's impossible.
That's what I said.
No. I'm telling you it's impossible.
Okay, I know it's impossible because there's gasoline in cocaine.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to know, but I know.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was traces. There was traces of cocaine on this mummified mummy.
All right.
In Egyptian time. How the fuck?
I don't know.
So if we have cocaine back in the day, there's surely enough there's weed back in the day.
That's impossible. We didn't.
Well, I'm just saying there's traces. You can't beat science. Do you like science?
Yes.
Then there you go.
But just because you read it doesn't mean it's science.
You're probably right. No, I'm just saying they think they found traces. Or I think they did say they did find proof of.
I mean, I don't know.
Cocaine.
But you're going out of the.
I know. I'm getting out of. But I'm just saying it was pretty dope.
I got you.
Yeah. Okay. So back to.
I highly thought it was cocaine.
Okay. So basically, I guess the oldest religious. What is the oldest religious? I think it's Judaism, right? Judaism.
I mean, no. Technically, like. The Greek pantheon.
Greek mythology.
Yeah.
No,
it's mythology now, but back in the day,
it was mythology,
and that's older. That's older than the religion.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
And then
Zeus and
then Norwegian mythology as well. I mean, there's way older religions, man. Way older.
All these stories were inscripted or actually sculptured.
I
feel like it was
Christianity is honestly only like 4,000 years old. Or 5,000 years old?
Yeah, it's actually pretty.
It's not that old.
Technically, Christian is the most newest religion. Technically, that we obviously
Catholicism is probably the newest one. Yeah.
Of this time, I don't know if there's new ones today. Then I don't know. It's probably
the Flying Spaghetti Monster. That's probably like 20 years old.
Actually, I feel like the newest one is probably
Scientology.
Oh yeah, Scientology. That's the newest one because they're using science.
I mean, sure, it's probably newer, but it's.
And then before that was probably Mormon.
Mormon's pretty new.
Yeah. And what about
But Mormon's been around for like 200 years.
And what about Jehovah's Witness?
That one's pretty. I think the thing with some religions is that they all came from Christianity.
Okay, this is just a branch. It's like,
Yeah,
you know,
like Catholicism came from
and
Christianity.
then people just had different ideas, and they're like, you know what? We need more wives.
That's
this part.
I don't think they do that anymore. Well, some do, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that's the thing. Someone else always gets an opinion of what they believe is the true identity of God or religion, and they make their own thing, and it catches on, and then it blows up.
Yeah.
I mean, Scientology is isn't it like where they think aliens are real and they have a chip in their head and they got to get it out? And that's how you get into
I'm not real sure about Scientology because they actually change the book every day, and they have to read it to be updated. So Scientology is...
So they have a blog or something?
So that's why they're a community, and they're always being updated. So you can be... And it's all through steps, and then you could be the highest step, but then you could be brought down again because you have to read the new books again. Who's making the books? Shit,
whatever.
I wish I knew
that religion is stupid. That one I will say is stupid.
It's stupid. All right. And I know it's a money scheme.
My dad almost got into it, though. Oh, really? But that's a different story.
Well, he's a Mason, so, you know, people talk.
Yeah, he got out of that, too. He got out of everything. He's been out of everything.
He's like, fuck everything.
Everything.
I wonder how Masons was brought.
But Mason isn't a religion.
Washington. No, I know.
It wasn't George Washington. It's older than that.
Really?
Way older.
Well, why the G?
You thought that was for George Washington? It's not for George Washington.
I thought it was George Washington.
No, dude, that's been around for actually probably longer than Mormonism. If that is even how you say it, the Mormon religion.
The Mormons.
That's been around longer than the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Well, I saw a video of the Mormons.
Probably older than Scientology, too.
Them explaining Mormons. It's crazy. But I'll leave that through another one because we only got a little bit of time. Let me get to the Bible.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let me just skip everything through the Bible. So there was a dude. This is the Christian Bible, how it was found. I'm just going to talk about the Bible, how it was found.
Okay.
Right? So this dude wrote it after 300 years when after Jesus died. This is after Jesus died.
Right.
They made the book 300 years
AF.
after.
AD.
Yeah.
After death.
After death. At 300 years.
Right.
And this dude wrote it because of all the rumors. People just spread the story. Because like I said, you know, there's millions of villages, and there's always that one story in the campfire. And they're like, hey, check this out. Did you know about Jesus, bro? It's like, what about this guy? He's like, fucking, dude, he was walking on water and shit, dude. Like, it's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? So these are rumors. Like, right. and I always compare this story to like, it's not, well, I'm just saying with the history of the Bible, but like, you know, when you play that whisper game with 10 people, you whisper something and telephone, and the last person
gets it all wrong.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is 300 years version
of that, right? I know.
So it's like really fucking crazy.
I mean, there is no way to prove that the Bible is correct in any way.
Now, I'm not saying it's wrong.
However,
I'm just saying the history of the Bible.
Oh, I'm saying it's wrong.
Okay, I know you say it's wrong, but I'm saying it's just the history that I've learned in art school.
But you know what? There's been other accounts where people have through years of speaking have known of other things, like Atlantis.
Oh yeah.
Like,
but you know
Plato spoke about Atlantis first, but when he was talking about Atlantis was already gone, he only knew the stories from his mentor, who I forget his name, and he actually saw Atlantis.
See, now that is more makes a little bit more realistic because
they were intellectual people.
Because you would
not saying they're religious people aren't.
Because you would write about your place in your place, so your history is now buried with Atlantis. You know what I mean? Like.
Wait, no, he wasn't from Atlantis.
No, I'm just saying, like, people heard about it back in the day about Atlantis, right?
Right.
But I'm just saying the proof of the history of Atlantis is buried with Atlantis. You get me? So we can never find out about the world of Atlantis.
Oh, we found it.
Enlighten us.
You've never heard I think it's called the Richter something. You never heard of that? No. It's on the northwestern point of Africa.
Okay.
We first found it when we started the ISS in space.
Oh, nice.
They could see it. They call it the Eye of the Sahara.
Okay.
But it has an actual the Richter structure.
Okay.
And people are now starting to think that might be Atlantis because it has all the actual schematics of it. I could show it to you. It's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. I'm
Plus,
going to look into
when Plato spoke of it, I know we're going away from religion, but this is still really interesting.
Yeah,
When Plato spoke of it, he always spoke of Atlantis as the entrance to Africa.
Oh.
And yet people, for some reason, think that it's buried under the ocean, but it's not. It's actually dried up and
in the sands
in Africa.
You know, that's why I'm really curious. Like, you know, we're in Florida here. We're kind of lined up to the desert, like, you know.
Well, we're with the equator.
You know what I mean?
So
We're in the same line. You know, like, it's crazy how they're just complete desert sand. You know what I mean? Like, how did it happen?
It's hotter on the equator, and
But
I'm
we're
guessing,
in the same though.
But we're lower in the sea level.
It doesn't matter. Okay, then there's Georgia. You know what I mean? Like,
But they're also low in the sea level.
okay, where's the alignment of Egypt to us?
Huh?
Because in a different side of the world.
No, right. Like the equators where most of the deserts belong.
Okay, so
but
it's
only in places around the earth where
Ecuador is in the equator. You don't see them as desert.
But they're Ecuador. Not all of Ecuador is in the equator.
Yeah, I know.
And actually, South America, does it have a desert?
It has a Sahara. It's kind of like
that is not South America. Sahara's
not Sahara, but like there's like
the thing is
it's not sand, but it's like
I think like Ecuador does have like higher peaks and stuff, but most of it is very tropical.
Oh, you know what? That could probably be it. That Ecuador has like mountains and stuff like that, and Egypt doesn't. It's like, but it's not floor level, right? It's not ocean level.
I don't think it is.
It's like a cliff or something.
Dude,
I don't know.
I don't know what constitutes to make a desert.
I'm just saying, like, how would Atlantis be buried in the sands if it's in a cliff or something?
It's not buried. It's out.
It's out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is in a desert.
Oh, okay. So that's what I'm just saying, like, if there's like a cliff, ocean, sand.
No, it's not like that. Actually, it does look like the ocean eventually was there at one point.
Yeah.
But as it dried out, the ocean went away.
Oh, and it just got left up there.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
But that's not religious.
No.
So.
Okay, let me get back to the Bible then. We got so out of fucking focus.
It's just fun, Atlantis. It's out there.
Hey, Atlantis, and we got the Bermuda Triangle.
No, I don't believe in that.
Okay, nobody believes in that then.
It's just bullshit.
Okay, so 300 years Bible, right? And it's not really a book. It was just scripts.
Right. Of different people's
paper. We're talking about paper here. Okay, this is 300 years paper, right?
Yeah.
Now that gets rumored. Like, because people tell the story. Like, they actually have, like,
right.
all the rumors in one paper. And it's not even that thick. It's just, like, just scripts.
Yeah.
And it's just all rolled up. And it's like, I got it.
And it's been rewritten 100 times.
So, check this out. He has a script. He shows it to people, his story. He dies. His script gets passed on.
Yeah. And they're like, I don't like that.
And it took, I don't know how many years until Constantine was in power for Rome. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And the rumors for everyone around that era knew about that story.
Right.
So everyone's like, yo, we need this story. And in the time of Rome, they didn't like Christianity. They were like killing people if you believed in it at the time. And Constantine, he was like in his deathbed kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Somebody told him a story, And
he's like, oh.
And he's like, you have enlightened me. He changed all of Rome to Christianity. And if you didn't believe in Christianity, he'd kill you. So he did like a whole 360. So like he started killing people if you weren't Christian. Or people had to leave Rome.
But here's the thing. Without the H.
Okay.
How did you learn of this?
Oh, because it was in art class, like art history. Because we had to learn about the change of art.
Okay.
So at the time, they were doing like this type of like sculpturing, like realism, like that. And art was actually getting crazier. Technology was getting crazier at a certain point. So everything was getting like, people were writing because we had to learn about writing because that's calligraphy, and we had to learn that's art. So we had to learn different styles of writing, and it just goes to shit at one point in time, and that's because of the takeover of Rome.
Right.
And then everything got burned over, and this is where I get to. Rome burns.
Right.
It gets destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
These Vikings came in. They're like, fuck it. The papers, they're gone.
How do you know?
So this is what happened. I think it's the Arabs, the people in Dubai. Those people.
Okay.
Like those people, I forgot.
Well, Dubai's new, but I get you.
Not Dubai.
The Middle East.
There you go. Middle East. That's the word I was looking for this whole time.
Not the Arabs.
Sorry about that. But yeah, so they were copying all of the books and everything from Rome. Basically, they wanted a copy of their own. And it was fine like that because they were trying to spread the word of like technology and everything that was new.
Mm-hmm.
They were writing everything, even the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
their script. Now here's the problem: it was only in their language. So we had a backup basically of all our history,
Mm-hmm.
and it was in the hands of them. And you know what that happens? They have now power. Because when Rome falls, that's why they have the most money and they buy all the gas stations in the world. You know what I mean? They have the most money. You've seen Instagram with them with their like Ferraris and shit.
But they don't all have gas stations.
I bet they do. All their families are kings.
They're kings and
lands
whatnot,
and like castles and crazy shit over there. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But you always question why they have so much money because they have the history. They basically have the Mona Lisa of like our minds.
But they let go of that. You know that they also were some of the best scientists in the world back in the day.
Yeah.
And they let go of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you look at like a lot of statistics of like the Nobel Prize, at least, back in the day, it used to be so many Arabics and so many people from the Middle East, and then it died because their religion just overwhelmed them, and they just started believing in their
I just gotta admit that they had a lot of power back in the day when Rome fell.
Did.
Like, I mean, insane amount of power.
And their religion, whether you want to...
they didn't share that information. They kept it to themselves. And they didn't tell anybody for like thousands of years. Because when Rome lost everything, they also lost the ability to learn of like the people that wrote, like, because writing was kind of like a luxury back in the day. And those people die out eventually. Like I'm saying 100 years, but they died sooner than that. People didn't learn because all that information of like education died out. So that's why art at that point in time looked ugly. Like they were drawing Jesus in an ugly way. So they had to do a hard reset. And that's why you see Jesus pictures, like, because that's all they learned was that religion. Because remember, Constantine was like, this is it. So that's all they learned. And there was rumors from that. You know what I mean? So that kind of created like a whole new, world.
Religion in itself.
Yeah, in itself. With no Bible in sight. It was just rumored from what they learned in when Rome told them about that religion. I
mean, at the end of the day, it's a mix. If you think about it, because even the Muslim religion is, in a sense, the same Bible. They just don't follow the path of Jesus. Instead, they follow the path of Muhammad.
Yeah.
Because they think that Jesus was a prophet, but he was definitely not the son of God.
Well, wasn't Muslim... I'm not saying anything wrong, but like there was a meteor, right? Like a meteor that fell. Mm-hmm. It was like a rock or something.
Yeah, that they worship.
And they worship that. How? I don't really understand that part.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you this: we're gonna have to leave it for part 2, dude.
Okay, we'll leave it for part 2. Our party's
chilling
here.
This honestly is a long conversation.
It is a long conversation.
This is not easy.
All right, fine. We're gonna stop it here, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And
Happy New Year.
Well, it's not a New Year. We're gonna see it again. What do you think?
Are we? Oh yeah, for sure. Because it's the 19th.
Yeah.
This goes out Monday, next Monday. Yeah, no.
Okay, next episode's the New Year episode. We'll talk more about this, and we're gonna be jacking off this time, and you're gonna get sugar cookies that come.
I'm gonna stop it.
All right, later, guys.
Peace.